everyone, welcome to the program. I'm Rebecca McLaughlin-Eastham, and this week we're on the ground at what's thought to be one of the biggest blockchain gatherings in the world, and it's returned to the UAE for the second year. It's a hub for technology pioneers, the CEOs of big brands, government officials and academics, all pushing the potential positive impact that blockchain can have on many different industries. Later in the show, we'll focus on cybersecurity and get a lesson in stealing data from a master hacker. But first, more from an event which has seen experts discussing whether blockchain is capable of being a game changer for companies worldwide or whether the bubble is about to burst. From a relatively modest market valuation of $706 million in 2017, the global blockchain market could be on the cusp of phenomenal growth, with some forecasts estimating its worth will rocket to $60 billion by 2024. The popularity of cryptocurrencies and blockchain's transformative effect upon the financial sector is evident. Whether it can make a similar dent in areas from travel and tourism to real estate and even education is being closely monitored. Its success is pretty much a given, says Vinnie Lingham, a panelist on the South African business reality TV shows Shark Tank and Dragon's Den. Nicknamed the Bitcoin Oracle, he's also the CEO of Civic, a startup that encrypts blockchain identity information.
Way past financial services, we're already seeing things in supply chain, logistics, Internet of Things, storage, payments. It's a pretty broad reach. I think automation is probably the one major use case that spans industries. And so as industries move towards more automation, blockchain becomes more interesting.
That's not to say he recommends all companies rush to plow money into the technology.
I think all companies use the internet. And so they use it for email, they use it for different things, messaging, taking orders, but not all companies need the internet. And so it's kind of the same thing with blockchain. All companies may wind up using it, but they may not all need it.
Also on the ground at the summit, Inspire caught up with the CEO of the UAE's second biggest telecoms operator, Do, to find out how blockchain plus AI and big data are shaking up the communications industry. Osman, thank you for being with me today. It's lovely to see you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for hosting me.
Talk to me about blockchain in real terms. How is it disrupting your business?
We are naturally at the heart of all these transformation that the digital space, the digital universe is enabling, and that have the potential and that are actually transforming, disrupting everything we do around us.
It's probably fair to say that many people still don't fully understand blockchain. They're asking, what is it and how will it impact my life? So in terms of Do subscribers, what would you say to them?
As the strategic partner of the Smart Dubai ambition, we are offering an application on healthcare that will use blockchain, that will make the storage, that will make the retrieval, that will make the securization of your medical records, your medical data, something much more convenient.
The initial outlay, the cost of implementation of this technology and software is not cheap. So when do you expect to see a return on that?
There will be return on investment that will be faster than in other type of applications. Very difficult to predict, but that is a fundamental part. The societal and the human dimension is a third leg of this conversation that is becoming more and more important. When it comes to big data, it's about the ecosystems are becoming more complex, multi-stakeholders, multi-dimensions, and are fundamentally have the potential to impact fundamentally what we do, to disrupt what we do, and to have an impact on humanity. So we need to be careful, but we need to have an act of faith. I am a techno-optimist.
Well, if, as you say, it's not a bubble, it's not all hype, and the naysayers are wrong, then when will we see blockchain reach a critical mass? When will it be rolled out across every industry?
It's difficult to predict exactly that this is going to happen in the coming year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. What we can see if we follow this curve, one application of blockchain that is on the currency, the cryptocurrency, in my opinion, we will see transactions using this distributed ecosystem in order to be authenticated, to be stored, to be secured, and to be retrieved.
Now, you told me that you're currently in a closed financial period, so I won't grill you on the numbers. But looking ahead to when you next report earnings, what are the biggest financial headwinds? What's challenging your business today?
Actually, it's transformation. Our connectivity business is transforming completely. You have now global players, the internet players that are where you need to have a conversation, you need to have models, new models. So we are moving in transformation of this connectivity business. The second pillar in that is you need to transform while ensuring that you have more efficiency and of course, seeking new streams of revenue.
Talk to me about where the company is at in the search for your successor.
I believe it's very healthy and it's good governance to have a CEO succession plan. I triggered this together with our board at that time in 2017. In a few months, I will be finishing my 14 years of engagement with the ITC. It has been an immense honor for me. Companies have life cycles like human beings, and you can't pretend that you are in a different life cycle. I've been driven by two things, passion and people. So I think that I am really looking forward to do things differently in this fascinating world in which we are, where there is a need for a lot of conversations. I hope to be part of that.
Osman, it's been great to chat to you. Thank you very much for talking to me today.
Thank you for hosting me.
According to some experts, we should be on high alert because we're all owning more handheld devices and accessing our data remotely more and more. And this poses a serious security risk. Salim Saeed has more on one ethical hacker who's on a mission to beat the bad boys of cybercrime.
Thank you.
Demonstrating how potentially vulnerable the public is, in a matter of seconds, all my financial information is in the hands of a hacker.
So that's yours?
Yeah.
All your transactions?
TechWiz 25-year-old Jamie Woodruff held my bank card to the back of his phone, and in a flash, my PIN number and account details were private no more.
Well, that's great. I mean, you just put it next to your phone and that's it? That's all it needs?
Yep.
Luckily for me, Woodruff is dubbed Europe's #1 ethical hacker. He's infiltrated Facebook and Twitter. He's not looking to steal information. He's hired by companies to test their cybersecurity systems. In 2017, more than half of the UAE's residents were victims of cyber crimes, totaling $1.1 billion, according to the Norton Cybersecurity Insights report by Symantec. Woodruff says that hackers' skills are essential to protecting people's personal data and providing corporate online safety.
You need ethical hackers. You need police. If you didn't have police, what would happen? You know, cities would fall. If you didn't have ethical hackers finding these bug bounties, finding these vulnerabilities, organizations would, essentially fall.
Woodruff says the biggest threat to corporate cybersecurity is human error. Employee mistakes account for almost 70% of sensitive information being accessed by hackers, according to an encryption trends study by Encipher. And as just over 80% of organizations in the Middle East are already using cloud services, this increases their exposure to online threats. Less than 40% of firms in the study have encryption strategies to protect their cloud data. A cyber attack disabled tens of thousands of computers at energy company Saudi Aramco in 2012. And some experts say that encoding sensitive data early on, before uploading it online, greatly reduces risks.
It means taking the data that's readable, applying an encryption algorithm to it, and making sure it's jumbled up so that only those who have the actual encryption key can read the data. Anyone who doesn't have the encryption key, it just looks like random information to them.
In the Middle East, the use of encryption strategies is reaching new levels according to Encipher, growing at a rate faster than any other region globally.
Blockchain technology is being increasingly used in humanitarian ways to positively impact people's lives, not least in the refugee camps of Jordan. Rosie Lees-Thompson investigates how this relatively new technology is allowing a basic weekly shop to be done in the blink of an eye.
The UN launched blockchain in May 2017. It now supports over 100,000 Syrians living in refugee camps. In just a few seconds and without the exchange of any cash, groceries are bought all through the scan of an iris. That's the efficiency of blockchain.
Every person is given 20 dinar for themselves and their children. They take the food they want from the supermarket and go to the cashier, who takes the information from their eyes. And then they bring their purchases to their house.
Blockchain could provide a solution to problems which have plagued the aid sector for decades. In 2012, former UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon said that 30% of donations failed to reach beneficiaries due to middlemen and corrupt officials. But through blockchain, corruption is almost impossible. It allows the UN to track the movement of every cent from an instant a donation is made to when a physical good is bought. UN agencies like the World Food Programme can save around $40,000 a month. The success of blockchain in Jordan is leading the UN to bring the technology to other humanitarian missions, with the hope of reaching more people in need.
Well, that is a wrap of our show. We hope you enjoyed the programme, and don't forget you can catch all of our episodes online at euronews.com. Before I say goodbye, here are some tech-savvy Instagrammers that caught our attention this week. Shaka from Palestine posted this shot of him discussing the sustainable ways the UNHCR is helping people in the Middle East and Africa. And Emirati Mona uploaded this photo with the caption, "Embrace reality" from the UAE's Blockchain Summit.